Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF, Dynamite or Might. Shifted around, boop, sorry. Michael Cole, with Tony Schiavone, and with Taz. And today on Dynamite or Might, we're going to talk about what happened yesterday on NXT. Yesterday on NXT, we happened to see Xia Li and her war with Johnny Gargano, and how Xia Li almost lost the TWF 24/7 winnings to Johnny Gargano, also known as Johnny Wrestling to some folks, Michael Cole says. And he's got Jimmy Hart with him now. You got that right, Michael. It seems to you, Tony Schiavone says, it seems to be to me that Jimmy Hart wanted Xia Li to be with him. And when she said no, well, Johnny Gargano took Jimmy Hart up on that deal. And here's where we are now. I'll tell you one thing right now, Michael and Tony. The way things look like Xia Li was dumb for saying no to Jimmy Hart's deal. And now she's going to wish she never did say no to him. She's going to wish that she had said yes to Jimmy Hart, also known as the Mouth of the South. Well, here comes the TWF 24/7 fighter now, Taz. Are you gonna be bold enough to tell her that she should have said yes to Jimmy Hart's deal? Michael Cole says. Yeah, I'd like to know, Tony. I'd like to know, Taz. You gonna tell her that she was wrong? That she should have took Jimmy Hart up on a deal? Tony Schiavone says. I tell you right now, Taz says. Xia Li's got no one to kill, only herself, for why she didn't take them up on that deal. Alright, Jimmy Hart, Johnny Gargano, I want you both to come out here now, because I'm not done with you yet. I want to get even on both of you, for both of you wronging me, like you did. So Jimmy Hart, I don't care if it's your WCW Toy Biz doll, I don't care if it's your WWF LJN doll, and Johnny Gargano, I don't care what's off of you. Of anyway, there's only one. You both come out here now. We could do it two ways. We could do it the smooth way, where you come out. Or we can do it the hard way, and then I'll come and get you. So, what's it gonna be? Uh-oh, here comes Jimmy Hart now, coming in the ring now, and he's in his WCW Toy Biz doll offshoot. You know what, Xia Li? You made a mistake for not taking me up on my deal. So I went out, baby, and I seek someone that would take me up on it. You see, I know how things are. I worked with some of these folks. You know, I was in MACW. I was in WWF, WCW, XWF, TNA, WWE, so I know how things are. You could have been going to the top, but no, you chose not to do that, and you chose to shift away from me. So the way I look at it, Johnny Gargano is going to win the TWF 24/7 winning from you. You tell Johnny Gargano that I don't give a shit if he calls himself Johnny Wrestling or not. You and me gonna talk. Xia Li just knocked down Jimmy Hart, and it's not the first time Michael Cole said Jimmy Hart sold a bump. He's been selling bumps for years. Yeah, and it won't be the last time either, Tony Schiavone says. And I wonder where Johnny Gargano's at, what he thinks about all of this. Taz says, Xia Li's nothing more. She's a weakling. That's what she is. Oh! Johnny Gargano just took down Asuka again, took down Xia Li. The body slam. And then Jimmy Hart kicking Xia Li down too. And they're both doing it. Here, hold her for me. You think you're so bold, Xia Li? You think you're great? Your time in WWE didn't go so well, and your time in TNA is whatever. Jimmy Hart says, I'm gonna win a match. Give me a fight, Lord. Give me a fight keeper, so I could win the TWF 24/7 winnings from this bitch. Well, here it comes. We got a fight lord in the ring now, a fight keeper in the ring now, Tony Schiavone says. And is Xia Li gonna lose the WWE, the TWF 24/7 winnings? The fight lord has to see if Xia Li can go or not. Can you go? Yeah, I guess you can. And Johnny Gargano now is going up to the top steeple now, Tony Schiavone says. This will be over. It will be, Michael Cole says. Alright, Taz says. Kiss the TWF 24/7 winnings. Goodbye, Xia Li. Or whatever you call yourself now in TNA, Taz says. And ding, wait a minute. Oh! And Xia Li just struck down, just took down Johnny Gargano with one fist. And Johnny Gargano is down, Michael Cole says, with one kick. That's right, Tony Schiavone says. We'd seen Xia Li do that to many a wrestler, not only in WWE, but also in TNA. Come on, Taz says. You gotta do something, Johnny Gargano. You can't lose to Xia Li. You got all this hype. You got Jimmy Hart with you. You should have won this match. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, and still the TWF 24/7 fighter, Xia Li. Xia Li is still the TWF 24/7 fighter, and now Jimmy Hart coming. Oh! And Xia Li just knocked down Jimmy Hart too, Michael Cole says. Hey, Taz says, that's not right. Why did Xia Li have to go and do something like that? Oh, I don't know, Michael Cole says. Maybe because Jimmy Hart hit Xia Li in the back, Michael Cole says. So she was getting even by hitting him back. That's what I think too, Tony Schiavone says. I believe that's what was going on, Taz. Johnny Gargano didn't win the match, Xia Li did. Even though Jimmy Hart and Johnny Gargano, both Jimmys, the Johnny and Jimmy both thought they had the answer to the Xia Li asking thing. But it looks like they did not. And it looks like now we're going to take it away now to Gene Okerlund. Alright, thank you Michael Cole and Tony Schiavone. I'm going to be talking with Jimmy Hart and Johnny Gargano here today on Dynamite or Mine. Alright, Jimmy Hart, I've known you for many years, since your days. I've known you going back to your first run in WWE, WCW, XWF, and your 2F run in WWE. It looks like Johnny Gargano didn't quite win the strap. Oh, it's like this, Gene Okerlund. The only grounds to why Xia Li won is because she knocked out Johnny Gargano. Her strikes, they should be unlawful. She shouldn't be doing that in a wrestling match. Well, you speaking about unlawful, Jimmy Hart, you helped every one of your wrestlers win matches by doing, cheap shots and unlawful things in matches, both in MACW, WWF, WCW, XWF, TNA, and WWE as well. Johnny Nargato, what do you got to say about it? You know what, Gene Okerlund? The way I look at this, Xia Li's lucky. They call me Johnny Wrestling. And sooner or later, I will win the TWF 24/7 winnings. That will happen. Sooner or later, that will happen. And I will be. So you believe that you got the answer to the Xia Li asking thing. You think you can beat Xia Li? Well, so far you didn't do so well. You lost 2 matches to her. Well, I lost 2 matches with her. But with my new overseer, Jimmy Hart here, I will soon beat Xia Li one day. Yes, that's my talk with Jimmy Hart and Johnny Nargato. Back to you, Michael Cole and Tony Schiavone. Thank you, Gene Okerlund, for talking with Johnny Nargato and Jimmy Hart here today on Dynamite or Might. And that's all the time we got here for Dynamite or Might. I, Michael Cole, with Tony Schiavone and with Taz. We hope you like Dynamite or Might, and we'll see you tomorrow for Thursday Night Impact or Hit.